Now, machine learning is a technique in the artificial intelligence field where computer systems are trained on data sets to enable them to perform a task. Now, this training can be done before they are put into the real world, or the training can continue in the real world. So basically, if the machine learning system is targeted at one specific task A, it is trained on a data set about specific task A. The training could either end there, or it could continue in the real world where it keeps getting new information from its experiences with it being used, and then it learns, it grows, it evolves. Next, we have computer vision. Now, similar to humanity's ability to see and experience the world, computer vision allows computer systems to see the world using cameras. Using these cameras, these computer systems are taught to be able to see and understand and perceive the world and be able to identify many or all things. Typically, these systems are targeted to specific tasks, so you can have facial recognition computer vision, or just regular computer vision systems. Okay, not too regular, but computer vision systems you find in self-driving cars, etc., etc. Now, a very interesting thing I would like to point out is that you and I, on pretty much a daily basis, actually do help train computer vision systems. You might be wondering how, and I'm going to elaborate on this. Basically, anytime you are on a website and the website asks you, are you a robot? Or you are supposed to do that I'm not a robot challenge. Let's call it a challenge. What happens is that the creators of this dialog box or of this I'm not a robot test already know which answer will prove that you're a human. But they give you extra pictures for you to pick, for you to identify and link that all these things are the same. So for instance, you get I'm not a robot dialog box and it's asking you to pick the buses. One of the buses have been proven and taught to the system that yes, this is specifically a bus, but there are other buses driving in different angles, shots from different angles, from the top down, from not so clear or blurry angles, and you being human know what a bus is. So you click the one that already makes you human in regards to this particular test or challenge, and then you have to click on the other ones, and then after this the system would now become aware that okay, all these ones are buses. That data is fed into the computer vision system, and it helps it to improve, to be able to identify buses in different situations. Next up, we have pattern recognition. Now, pattern recognition is a technique where computer systems are trained on the unique nuances of a specific thing. Let's say, for instance, voice recognition or facial recognition. They are taught to understand the little minutest detail of nuance that makes these things unique. So in the world today, we know there are people who can mimic other people's voices. We've seen comedians do this. We've seen different types of people being able to convincingly mimic other people. But with a pattern recognition or a voice-related pattern recognition system, it will basically follow the amplitude of the voice and other features of the sound that it hears and correlate it to the data it has on said voice before it will be able to accept that this voice matches the user. So you see this in movies. Now, a more practical example is in the form of Apple's Face ID. Now, Face ID shoots some lights to scan your face, creates a 3D scan of your face, and then it learns your face. So even to the point where when you grow a beard or you wear a face mask, it's able to identify that uniquely you are you and give you access to your smartphone. Now, natural language processing seems to be the most popular form of AI technology today, largely because of chatbots such as Google Bard and ChatGPT. Now, natural language processing is basically an artificial intelligence system that is being trained or has been trained on a compendium of human language or languages to be able to understand and effectively have conversations or communicate in said language. For instance, predictive text is a form of natural language processing where it's able to identify that when you string these words together, you are most likely trying to say this. You experience this in Gmail, where Gmail tries to help you write your mail a little faster, or even whilst you're texting on social media, your keyboard can give you certain words that it believes are the next words you want to use. Now, I mentioned Google Bard and ChatGPT. They are on the other side of natural language processors called large language models, LLMs. Now, large language models are thoroughly trained on every aspect, every nuance of a human language. Now, similar to you and I, we go to school and we are taught everything from spelling to understanding the words. Then we move on to learning the parts of speech, identifying what is a noun, what is a verb, what is a pronoun, what is an adjective. Then we move on to understand or learn sentence structure, which is the subject, which is the verb, which is the object. Then we go on to expand on all these information. Large language models are trained on all of this so that they are able to fully comprehend what that human language is, all the rules and regulations involved in that language, so that they can communicate naturally with you and I. Large language models come in different types, and we will touch more on the different types of large language models that are there, because typically companies use this technique and tweak it to suit their needs or how they want to approach large language models.